Hi guys, our lesson today is talking about metric units of capacity and mass. What about that lesson is so easy, like what did we take before? How to convert from a unit to another unit. Of course, if you know the rules, you can convert easily. So let's know the first rule in that lesson is 1 liter equals 1000 milliliters. The second rule is 1 gram equals 1000 milligrams. The third rule is 1 kilogram equals 1000 grams. So again, guys, what are the rules here? Is 1 liter equals 1000 milliliters, 1 grams equals 1000 milligrams, then 1 kilogram equals 1000 grams. Let's take one example. If I said convert each metric unit here, which is 0.35 liter, equals how many milliliters? As I said to you before, when I'm converting from a large unit to a small unit, I have to multiply. But here I multiply by what? Multiply by 1000. Why will I multiply by 1000 here? Because 1 liter equals 1000 milliliters. So 0.35 times 1000. How can you multiply that easily? As I said to you before, when I'm multiplying a decimal number by a multiple of 10, which is 10, 100, 1000, and so on, just move the decimal point to the right. When I'm multiplying, I have to move the decimal point to the right. How many movements here? According to the number of zeros. In 1000, how many zeros? There are 3 zeros. So you have to move the decimal point to the right or to the left? No, to the right. Why to the right here? Because with multiplying, move the decimal point to the right. With dividing, move the decimal point to the left. So I'll move the decimal point here. How many movements? Only 3 movements, because there are 3 zeros with 1000. So the first movement, the second movement, the third movement. But with the third movement, guys, I have to put 0 because there is no more digit here. So you have to put 0 here, which will be 0, 3, 5, 0, then decimal point. Of course, the number must be 0, 3, 5, 0 decimal point, and the decimal point on the right is useless. And the 0 also on the left is useless. So the answer will be 350 milliliters. So 0.35 liters equals how many milliliters? Equals 350 milliliters. One more example, 324 milligrams to grams. How can you convert from milligrams to grams? From milligrams to grams, as you know, from small to large. When I'm converting from a small unit to a large unit, I'll divide. So divide here by what? Divide also by 1000, because 1 gram equals 1000 milligrams. So divide 324 by 1000. And as I said to you before, with dividing, I have to move the decimal point to, yes, to the left. Okay, so how to move the decimal point here to the left, and there is no decimal point to move. So if there is no decimal point to move it, imagine that there is a decimal point in the beginning. So start moving the decimal point from 4, one movement, then another movement, then another movement, which is 3 movements here. So the answer will be 0.324. It must be decimal point 324, but if you put the number like that only, this one doesn't make sense. So you have to put 0 on the left, which will be 0.324 thousandths. So what is the answer here? 0.324. Again, 324 milligrams to grams. What will I do? Only divide by 1000, because from small to large, you have to divide. And with dividing by 1000, I will move the decimal point to the left. How many movements? 3 movements. So move them 3 movements. So the decimal point must be before 3. So the answer must be decimal point 324. But the answer doesn't make sense. So you have to put 0 on the left, which will be 0.324 grams, which is 0.324 grams. Let's take many questions about what did we take now. If I said convert each unit of capacity, or yes, only this one is only for capacity. So 2.75 liters to milliliters. Now from liter to milliliter, what will I do? Yes, multiply. Multiply by what? Multiply by 1000. So when I'm multiplying by 1000, what will I do? Move the decimal point to the right. How many movements? 3 movements. Okay, so the answer will be, yes, 2 7, 5. Then for the third movement, because there is no more digit there, you have to put 0. So the answer must be 2750, which is 2750. The other question, 3000 milliliter to liter. Yes, from milliliter to liter, what will I do? I have to divide. Divide by 1000 because 1 liter equals 1000 milliliters. 3000 divided by 1000. How to divide easily? Cancel 3 zeros with 3 zeros, then divide 3 by 1, which is going to be 3. So the answer is going to be 3 liter. Question 5. 5 liters equals how many milliliters? From liter to milliliter, what will I do? Yes, only multiply by 1000, which is 5 times 1000. Of course, it's so easy. Everyone here knows that. So it's going to be 5000 milliliters. 250 milliliters to liters. So question number 6, 250 milliliters to liters. Now I'm converting from milliliter to liter. What will I do? Only divide by 1000 because you are converting from a small unit to a large unit. So divide 250 by 1000, and with dividing, as you know, move the decimal point to the left 3 movements because there are 3 zeros, but there is no decimal point to move. So what will I do? Imagine that there is a decimal point in the beginning beside 0, so move it to the left 3 movements, which will be 0.250, which can be written as 0.25 because 0 on the right of the decimal number is useless. So this one can be written as 0.25. Of course, you know that what did you take before in grade 4, that 0.250 equals to 0.25, and those are called equivalent decimals. Question 7. 0.027 liters to milliliters. From liter to milliliter, what will I do? Only multiply by 1000. As I said, from a large unit to a small unit, multiply. So 0.027 times 1000. And with multiplying, yes, move the decimal point to the right. How many movements here? 3 movements. So the answer is going to be 0, 0, 27. And the zeros on the left are useless. So the answer is going to be 27. Then the last question is 400 milliliters to liters. Yes, yeah, divide by 1000. 400 divided by 1000 will be, I think you don't need me to explain more. Only move the decimal point to the left 3 movements. So the answer is going to be, yes, the answer is going to be 0.400, which can be written as 0.4. Thank you so much.